I need your attention. Alright. We're going to go through this lesson real quick again so we can get this, nailed down. Alright. The lesson. We're going to learn how to read like an historian. We do this by a process called 4 reads. Okay? First read. We're learning to read primary sources by 1, origins and context. So the first time we read this document, are we reading the whole document?
No.
No. Good. We're just reading the top and the bottom. We're just trying to figure out when, where, who, trying to get the context and the origin. Alright? Then we're going to read the document again. Now this time, we're going to read the document, but we're not going to be picky about it. We can skip words and sentences that don't make sense to us. We're not really diving into it. And what we're doing is we're reading for the meaning, the main idea. Ladies, folks. Okay, we're looking for the main idea here. Alright? Then, we're going to read it a third time. Now we're getting more in depth. Now we're looking for, okay, we know what the arguments are. We need to know, the main idea is we need to know what those arguments are. Alright? So if they're arguing A and B, well, we need that support elements for that. Okay? And I know this sounds a little confusing. We're going to go over it. And we're going to see this in depth. And then the fourth read, we're going to actually take the information that we got from the read number 1, the biases. We're going to take the information from 2 and 3, the arguments, and we're going to use that to really understand the document. So, on your desk, you have this sheet, okay? This document. It's an excerpt from the Declaration of Causes and Necessities of Taking Up Arms. Now, I'm going to do my 4 reads. My first read, I'm going to demonstrate this. I want you guys to follow along in your sheet. Alright? So, my read number 1. Alright, so my read number 1. I'm going to do, alright, it's a declaration. It's written by John Dickinson of Pennsylvania, Thomas Jefferson of Virginia, and it was written 6th of July, 1775. Alright, gives me an idea where it was. Context, Thomas Jefferson and John Dickinson, patriots. We know this from our past readings. With me?
Yep.
Alright. Now I'm going to do my second read. I'm going to do this in red so you guys can follow. My second read, now I'm going through it. I want to know what this document is about. What's the main idea here? So I'm reading through it in brief. These colonies now feel the disaster of fire, sword, and famine. We are reduced to choice of unconditionally giving in, and resist by force. Alright, so this document, ladies, focus. This document is all about a choice. It's arguing a choice. So what's its support? Well, now I'm doing my read 3. What's its evidence? Our cause is just, our union is perfect. Read along here, okay? Oh, here we go. Right here. Oh, let me use a different color so you guys can see. Honor, justice, forbid us from surrendering our freedoms. Alright, that's one argument. They're saying we got a choice. Unconditional surrender or we fight. Well, it's saying right there, honor, justice, and humanity forbids us from just tamely surrendering. There's an argument. Oh, here's down at the bottom. The protection of property. That's a reason to fight, wouldn't you say? Protection of property. Against all violence, we have endured. That tells us something. So, there we have our support for this choice. And finally, we're going to read a fourth time. We're going to read like an historian. I know that John Dickinson and Thomas Jefferson are patriots. I know this is in July 1775, which is after the Boston Massacre. It's after the taking of Fort Ticonderoga. It's after all these violent Lexington and Concord, which we had the simulation of. Very bloody, wouldn't you guys say? So, you know, they have that perspective. So they're going to want to argue this case for war. It's also the day after that other document we studied, right? The Olive Branch Petition, where the Loyalists came out and said, we need to make peace. They're saying, no, we're going to argue for war. That's reading like an historian. So, I want you to go through this document with what we just learned. I want you to answer those two questions. Alright? Work on that real quick, and then we can get on our simulations. Yeah. Yeah. You were one of the first to start the grade. I will. Alright. Yeah.
Wait, can you go back to that? Because one of the things I was writing down isn't on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get that back on the board. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, now you want to work. There you go. You want that one or the other one?
Oh, the other one.
The other one?
Yeah.
Okay. Too easy.
Yeah.
Alright, my black is read 1. My red is read 2. My green is read 3, and blue is 4. So, alright, so painting readings. Now let's look at our proof. Guys, we're reading like historians, right? So we should be able to answer these two questions. So, what are 2 reasons why we took up arms? Well, what was the arguments for this choice? It's in green. Protect our property against all violence. Here's another one. In defense of freedom. Now we have 3 right there. You look at the arguments. That's what that question's trying to see if you can do, is find the arguments. Alright, we need at least 15